start chipping away at the side and gaining a bit of space now. So remember, MIBR are going to be granted that at least, and the plant. Get themselves into this post plan, but Talon want to be trying to play this incredibly fast, just running straight into the smokes and taking these duels and fights on equal footing. The pistols at play, just trying to play one after the other, and it's Cruz claiming 4.
Stage. But he does like to run this kind of push and pull setup with his attack sites. They can be pretty slow.
Deep push into mid for information. There's no punish there onto Cruz. A little bit awkward in terms of the fight that he was taking. Luckily there is coverage. Jaheguwip was watching for it.
And this is suddenly so dangerous, Brent.
Yeah, this is a 3v2 now. On a round that really there was such a huge gulf in terms of the weapon advantage. Talon should not have let this drop, but now they're left scrambling, wondering where are these players, where could they have lurked into? Stun, Boombots dealt with in just a moment. It's a good double swing from the Talon players, and another bit of just raw fire. Just coming straight down the one angle. Dodging a flash, Morris is set up for it! 3 in a round, a red ball.
Roster, and
absolutely rapid and got it. Well, he's not wasting any time. Showstopper pulled out. Morris ended up just bumping into the wall. A little bit awkward. JSA has to try and watch the smoke. He knew Cruz was there, but an absolute pincerman should be spotting them now. And there's that ult, the Rolling Thunder. Rips its way across. Paranoia on top of it. Frozen still. Just being an absolute nuisance. The backstab from the middle of the site. The middle section of the map.
And that's going to stop these retakers from being comfortable.
Swapping around the spike to see if they can really min-max this type of thing, but Talon, we're more than ready once more. Garnett's pulling out the grenade, but it matters not. Sushi Boys swings from the back. That is exactly what his team needed.
One bullet, though, will kill him, and he's worried about where Frozen is. There's only 10 seconds.
10 seconds. A kill on Sushi Boys. It's what it needs to be happening now in the 1v1 against the Killjoy players. In a corner.
His ultimate?
Seems likely. There's going to be a stun. Nightfall as well. Going to be accompanying it, just clear out the side, but it does tag onto Cruz. And Silly just holds his ground, claims the 1 kill, eventually dealt with, but another repeat from Foxes. That is a little bit uncalled for, in my opinion. The comp that they're running, pretty strong at retakes, but clearly no idea of really trying to play for that one. And Heat with the showstopper was not expecting that to still be in his hands.
Sushi Boy's using his ultimate for the retake in the 2v4.
Yeah, this is very, very brave. And a swarm to push them back. Another lockdown's going to be used in response of that one. Sushi Boys really needs to get a move on here. And it's going to be detained. Well, not quite. He's still available, ready with the weapon in his hands. And 5 in a round means that.
Appreciate this. The unfortunate part being they're headed into the 4-player stack.
Will they clear this corner? The answer is yes. The contact, I thought there would be some utility being used, but no, just backing away.
Yeah, it definitely felt like that should have been a trap. But Sushi Boy's response on the other side of the map, and he maybe has to do a lot more.
Already quite good. What another angle as well. The crosshair placement, fantastic from Sushi Boys. And this smoke just gives him a bit of coverage. Make sure he can weave in and out of it. Might need to be renewed sometime soon, though. It does fade away. And the players of MIBR have been grouping, but being matched pound for pound of at least the players who are holding on to the side. Paranoia rips across, a reset of the aim once more. Sushi Boy's just doing the absolute most on his half-by round. And rifles be damned.
And returning to C, although this time it looks like it could be an A commit.
Talon looked like they were trying to set up for
wow,
some sort of trap
the
play.
alarm bot, FRZ, going out of range, means that Cruz has got past the alarm bot, past the turret.
And they are not aware of this one. There was a timing. Jesus Age is still facing a completely different direction. The Prowler's being used, not even staring. Patience, patience, patience being played! And 2 kills will be his reward.
Fantastic. And the Seeker's used at the same time to be able to find out where Frozen is, catch the rest of these guys.
But an instant response, Heat. It's not wasting any time. Into the back of the site still, the choke point being played. Sushi Boys watching it and falling from the sky. Talon answer.
Or now he can just have a great post-plant position.
A little bit mistimed with that one as the spike was planted towards B. Showstopper into the back. Garnett doesn't claim anything off of that one. A bit of a Rosa moment, but this is already looking a little bit odd because Murray's holding close. No one to clear that angle. And still doubled up with the teammates. Rifles, will they make the difference? Cruz has got the most to do once more, spraying them down. A swing, what is that?
But Heat is still behind. This player, this nuisance that was stuck behind them from the beginning.
And he's just buying time. One satchel. He has the stinger. Can push them off the spike if they tap it. That's a bit of a shallow angle to be taken. Cruz has managed to work his way in. Has already got half on the defuse. Needs to be covered. Needs to be watched. One kill. Getting off it in just a moment, but enough time being bought. What a round.
So Sushi Boys has the lockdown available for this. They're worried about a flank through B because FRZ's done that a couple of times before. Does MIBR have a plan to break this? Yes, they do. It's got way more health than it used to, but let's see it.
Lineup. This thing's definitely been orchestrated. Aftershock as well. Node over the top. Is it going to be enough damage? It is indeed. Well prepared. And now a showstopper on top of it just to see if they can just squeeze anything else out of this one. Nate going forwards. Heat still just holding within this smoke. They know he's there, but a spam, and they do find it in the end. Garnett's making sure that he contains this approach just from the backside. Just trying to shut it down, but time is running awfully, awfully low. RGL Meister with the most to do. Half on the diffuser, spray down! No time!
Did they have time anyway? I'm not even sure.
He does confirm it. Sushi Boys under threat. Util really being dumped hard into the back of the side, at least a flat. You can see the nade on top of this one. MIBR lining up. They were fully blind. It's up to Jip Boys to see what he can do. But a lovely anti-flash position matters not. Fox coming in from the flank. Both the players just making sure to... And timing. It is absolutely everything. Are they going to pass each other really like ships in the night?
Absurd. Instead of going for the garage reflank or fighting for a connector, they slip Cruz into A.
And Heat spotted one player. The nade just rebounding a little bit shallow there. Jip Boys going for the swing and just claimed the one kill before eventually going down to a bit of the util, but the corner not cleared, and Garnett's claims another one for his team. One after another. Down to Frozen. He's got the frenzy, has to try and reset, but the re-swing is there once more. The quarter lead them in, lets them break that turret. Less tools to really think about. Cruz, what sort of play are you going for? That's a paranoia, and he slipped his way into the B site while this hit comes through. Talon just not clearing the log section, and Frozen got absolutely huge. 3 in a round, anchoring it for his team, but eventually cleaned up.
And now things get scary here. If you pardon the pun, because Cruz on the smokes for Talon is in such a great position again.
What?
Oh, the Prowler saw him, but he reacted too slowly.
He knows where he is, but look at that coordination, no hesitancy. Pace just increased with the tempo. And it's really just being pushed into these forward positions, even a stun into the close corner. From Heaven, though, it's Bulldog in play. It's not the best weapon for the job, but it does enough to at least soften up the players who might have been swinging. Now a showstopper as well, unleashed, but it's caused a bit of an evacuation. Cruz does not have his ult online. They can't reclaim the spike as easily.
But these are the moments where MIBR has been throwing rounds away. They're 5v3, they need to stabilize, and they still don't know that Cruz is here. JZZ is watching. They're scared now. They're paranoid.
Yeah.
And with good reason.
It's time to be a bit more aware of it when these lurks are fashioned out of nowhere. Because there's been the gaps in a lot of their protocols that have just been losing them these rounds. Not much the remaining players the Talon can do against that one. The crossfire a little bit out of double doors. And it should catch some value with the stun as well. 2 players! Satchel up into the egg. Oh, it survives! There's no way. But eventually he will claim his prize. Not going to get that denied from him too quickly. Still a flash into the side. Aftershock is just not fast enough to push them back, including this lockdown. And Talon on map point, taking all the space in the world towards B. The lockdown cannot be destroyed. Pushing them out of position. This flank is being watched now by Cruz and the rest of them. A showstopper. It's got to get value. Rolling Thunder. It is just chaos all over the bloody place. Where does this go? Lands up top. Skipping a hop. He does survive. Now a Prowler on top of it, and a re-swing from Sushi Boys. An absolutely ridiculous play occurring all over the place. One after the other. The lockdown now online, spray down, but coverage is there. MIBR.
Dual decision, in my opinion. Normally you don't want to take disadvantageous fights, but you also don't expect Heat to be missing those kind of shots.
This guy is normally such a consistent operator player. Now the showstopper online, that's a direct hit. Garnett's just ripping a pathway right into the site, and it's vacuum right up. Talon take. How many times have we seen a player just end up falling? Potentially that purpose, and Murray's just waiting a little bit too wide there into that angle. Garnet's no fear at all to take the fight with only the Bulldog. Not much backup in play, and Heat just has to cower in the corner here.
I liked the game plan from MIBR at the beginning of this round, but the spike is still in such a dodgy spot. And these two players, FRZ and RGL, are miles away from the action. Sure, they've got the A spike, but what are you gonna, the A site, but what are you gonna do with it without the spike? I mean, it's such a mess.
Dropping like flies. Heat with the lurk through, 20 seconds remaining. Just trying to contact through, and the angle just watch for. The wall is going to split this site up, including that utility. After shock into the corner, Heat going to open it up for them, but
this is so weird again.
Yeah, not out of drop yet, it's uncoordinated. JZA just dropped onto the head of Cruz, and okay, eventually they worked their way in, but it took a bit of effort. It was very awkward. No time wasted from Garnet. Drops down the fast lane. The wall's in play. Location going to be revealed in this one, but no one aiming to try and spam those corners, yet still the round will go their way, and eventually, finally, there we
still are really tentative.
Just waiting around. Waiting around.
Trying to win the round just by getting picks, and everything's falling apart for them.
Yeah, if they're relying on Frozen to try and take some of that space, that's just not even afforded for him now. Ults are online, big ones for MIBR, but the time is running short now, and they're still contacting into this one. They could make it more reactive play. Yeah, I kind of like this idea from them. They want to try and push them and fight them. Stun the fault line to push them back. Flash forwards, pushes Murray's potentially forwards, but no, still just biding his time with 12 seconds remaining. And look at that, the orbital strike just pushes them away. You're running out of time. And a spike, well, in the hands of Murray's, survives on 30 health, will get that plant down, but the utility is just being used, and he is just dropping like flies. It's so awkward. Might have a full clearance, a bit of a play there with a flash into the spawn to see if they could claim a kill or two, but
despite being 4v5, MIBR have got a good chance of winning this post plan. Orbital strike
is online for this, so they are going to be able to get rid of that lockdown, and the flash angle, well, Fox just a little bit too open to that one. JZA, what a play to make and what a time to do it. Garnet's all popped off. He's fully stunned up, fully flashed up, blind. B up and around the corner, and the team are definitely backing him up now. Still, it's up to Frozen, holding the angle, weaving in and out, making it a difficult task indeed, but the spray down, Jip Boys finds it, time running low, Util in his hands, the kill not found, but the stun is there, slows it down, claims the kill, but not enough time in the round.
And MIBR, they get another one on the...
They're all over the place right now. Just
no one's looking.
Lower section of arcade. Anybody watching this one? It's Heat, can't claim the kill. A double swing, perfect timing from on high. JZA just wide out in the open, has to dodge the flash, but the swing was good. Reset of the aim.
And this round is demonstrating fundamental lack of understanding, I think. And it looks like Garnet's going to try and take tunnel again by pushing out arcade, but this clash is more important over a dish.
Stun's good. It's going to be a double face there. I believe the flash not even in action there. Not really anywhere to run. But it is that flank that we were talking about. Work their way behind. This is so odd. They flipped the map entirely.
That's so bold as well by Cruz. There could definitely be somebody here. The Cypher could have been in that spot. And now his position is noted.
By MIBR, you want to make it more expensive. RGL Meister taking a fight, but it's traded. Cruz just seeing if anybody will wade into him. But yeah, that aggression actually does pay off. Pushing back that north side crunch now, so...
And they find the right solution.
Smokes drop fast lane as well. There we are pushing through, and it is going to be an attempt of it. At least that Pincern, he has been taken care of. Dropped immediately. Still MIBR will be claiming this site. The Rolling Thunder is going to be used without too much backing this up. It's only to try and clear through into halls so that RGL Meister can take that space once more. The flash play, it's dodged to the side. Quick reactions from him to be able to stay alive and stay active.
It's a great kill by RGL, and I think it changes the tide of this fight. Sushi Boys with an operator does not want to get involved in this retake particularly, unless Fox finds something, and he can't.
Yeah, slightly off when it comes to the crosshair placement of that re-clear, and now Sushi Boys.
MIBR there. MIBR need all the help they can get. They need to talk to Bazooka as much as they can.
Yeah.
If he could get wired directly into their comm, it's too
the more
late.
this time gets brought down, the less time they're really going to be having to work with. There's the Rolling Thunder, though. Frozen tries to play close, tries to play within the safety of his cages, but he's dealt with in heat from behind. Now going to be aware of this one. Cruz holding the close angle. They need to just try and clear him up. Sushi Boys eventually returning fire, but he does claim two. And the crossfires are enough.
Execute.
That's a good first kill with Garnet's falling.
30 seconds
Grand
left.
scheme of things there for them.
25
They
seconds.
need to react off of this, man. I mean, listen, they don't have a lot of time to work with.
Foxy still has the KO nade.
They're only just working their way into the site. There's going to be 15 seconds left. The spam coming through. When is the spike going to start to get planted?
Oh, he got
JCC,
suppressed.
yeah, moves backwards, just goes and plays within the safety here. Tucks into the pocket, so they will eventually get it. But there we go. It's a common enough angle. And spam through the smoke will do it. Now to lockdown.
Orbital strike to answer.
So RGL Meister will have something for this one. There it is. Answered in kind. Murray's taking a fight. Rather inopportune time. And that's Frozen. Late lurking, finding his target. Two players just trying to make the most of it now as Talon again working their way forward. It's a flash to try and potentially reclear this. There was Util out in his hand. The tap on the spike. And the reclear off to the side. Enough for them. The 5th round final. No, okay.
Wow.
And
Spotted it.
Okay, spotted, aware. Playing around this one to a degree. That plant location is a little bit out in the open, and this reflank by MIBR has already found some decent value. Cruz, though, holding close to the corner. It's going to be cleared. Enough damage done. The Heat falls relatively easily, and it's going to be that double swing dealt with.
Very well played by Cruz. FRC looking to re-clear the reflank. And MIBR are coming back into this, 3v2.
Yeah, there's a lot of tempo. The back end of this one, being able to take control of this site, but they need to start to get the fuse online. I believe the post-plant utility being played here. Cruz did have that. Molly, Sushi Boys found. And it's out in the open, but a miracle is going to be needed. A bit of spam, but he just doesn't know the angle in time, and a flash will finish it off, won't it?
On Haven, so many of these 3v3, 2v2 scenarios went the way of Talon. They just got players into strange positions. Here, deciding to cut noise makes the defenders spread out, and now JCC has got to step up. He's been good for it so far, and he is again.
That's beautiful. The guy's coming alive, truly. Not going to be able to use too many abilities, but still locking down this angle, and he's bought precious time for the rest of his team to come in. It's just a contact play from the Talon guys, seeing what they can get done. What a swing by Fox. And the stun, it's a little bit late, but the spray down, and Heat doesn't really just back him up.
The question is in the execution.
The coffers are full when it comes to the ultimates. A stun, no command. This is where you see that tempo increased. Inside the fast lane, Sushi Boys just holding the one side of it just in case, but they have not cleared tower yet. And what is that?
Just spam? I think maybe a trap onto Garnet.
Whatever it might be, definitely got the job done, and that movement is just far too clean. The bait and switch, Cruz just cannot find a clean target. Despite the spike being down, what more can be awarded for them? Sushi Boys doesn't lose his nerve in a moment. He does claim the easy kill for them, but they need a bit more than that, and that might just be enough. Now up top into tower, flash play! Spray down, but Frozen does again get that trade. And now there's a lockdown.
It's not a great position, though.
Let's push them away from the spike, though. They won't be able to stick this. Time has been bought. There is a crossfire now. JCC needs to win this fight now, locking it down. He was weak, though. Half onto the defuse. Sushi Boys waiting, and it's a full stick! But not enough done!
For his ult. Okay, so here it comes, the null command. And Cruz, miles away.
And this refight in Horse is going to be so important now. The Rolling Thunder cuts across, and that is going to be the one kill found. Fox out of position now. It's up to his team to find it! What is that? I mean, Jip Boys is pulling out an absolute miracle with that one. The old 1-2 punch. And listen, the ultimate pushes them away from the spike. The round is claimed, but
That's when Garnet is just zipping his way into you.
stun, I think, should connect with him. Yeah, you can see him lined up, slowed for about a moment. A glide to the side, another stun down at his feet. That's an orbital strike being used aggressively. They saw players onto the site. They wanted to take the fight to them, but an absolute miracle. The spray down, JCC. What more can you do? He's already claimed 3 down, but dropped to the knees.
Can they deny the res? Here comes
Trying
Heat.
to go for this one yet. This is attempting to deny it. Needs to be a big one. A flash over the side. It is well supported. The doors open wide, and MIBR, they stay out. One chance to stay alive in this tournament. It's a kill trip. Frozen's rewarded. And Uraganis has been playing towards sand in that moment. It comes off really nicely still, the trade. MIBR still in this for but a moment longer. He with the wrap around the flank. Finding his target still. You can't overheat in this moment though. MIBR, they had an advantage, but it's slipping away from them.
The crowd thought that was it. They thought we were headed to OT, and now suddenly tension descending
It's
upon the
just
place.
an instant dampener. The spike's going to be planted. There's nothing to offset this one, and the Rolling Thunder is in the hands of Jip Boys.
The breach battle all comes down to this, doesn't it? They've both been so good all map. Does Jip Boy find the timing?
One kill to really get his own ult online. It's going to be the stun working its way across. Rolling Thunder to push back that one avenue. Heat. It does connect. Time running low. A flash to push them back once more. The fragment nade. All the utility being used to just delay an MIBR. It's a heartbreaker. Planning around the corner. The time running so low. It needs everything, and it will not happen.